Hi everyone, Cendril and Starlight here, welcoming you back to more World of Final Fantasy. As we begin our adventure in earnest. Hi.
Oh, hello. I spy another Mirage.
That is the call to Choco Chick. What are you waiting for? Go on and imprison it.
Okay.
Hi, Choco. Choco Chick finally paid attention. What?
So what now? First, you're going to need this.
It looks sort of like a Prism Areum. What is it?
That's the call to Prism. Use it to make the Choco Chick's Prism Areum. Every time you find a new Mirage you haven't seen before, it'll be recorded in Ep.2's special Mirage manual.
Whoa! Does it even have pictures?
You the betcha. And then whenever
Yay,
you
pictures.
add a new Mirage to the manual, you receive one of its prisms. But only the first time, mind you. Okay, first, try the weakening the Choco Chick, then use your prism.
Imprisoming Mirages. In order to imprison a Mirage, you'll need an empty prism compatible with that Mirage. But there's some good news. Ep.2 will give you the your first compatible prism whenever you encounter a new Mirage. But only the first one. Huh? Why doesn't Ep.2 just fork over the whole lot of them right now? Come on, where's the fun in that? Besides, she doesn't do bulk orders. Don't worry though, you'll be able to befriend almost every Mirage you meet. Eventually. But be sure to take the time to get to know the friends you have before looking for new ones. So, I was wondering, why doesn't she just give them all of, give all of them to us now? Come on, where's the fun in that? And she doesn't do bulk orders. All about Prism Areums. Once a prism holds a Mirage, it's known as a Prism Areum. Probably butchering the way that it was said that, sorry. A Mirage's Prism Areum allows you to use the Mirage in battle. If you look closely at a Prism Areum, you can see a miniature world inside. They're like snow globes, but be nice, don't shake them. Be nice to the Mirages, don't shake them. So, to recap, you start with an empty prism. Imprisoming a Mirage in the prism turns it into a Prismarium. The Prismarium lets you add the Mirage to your stacks and use it in battle. If you fail to imprison a Mirage, you won't lose the prism, so there's no need to hold back. Good luck! So you don't have to worry about failing other than it taking your turn. Mirage Data and the Libra ability, because Libra is super helpful. If you press options during battle, a window will open containing info on the Mirages you're facing. And with the Libra ability, you can see even more detailed information. You can switch between Mirages using L1 and R1. Each Mirage is strong or weak against certain elements or status elements. Learn to identify the following symbols when looking at Mirage data. Okay, I got all the elements right. Poison, confusion, sleep, blindness, oblivion, don't know what that one is, berserk, slow, and death. If you see a negative number next to one of these, such as fire for example, and it says -25, that means it is 25% weak to fire, meaning it should take 25% more damage. At least that's how I figured it from the demo, and from other Final Fantasy games. If it has a positive number, it's resistant to that element. Means if it had 50% fire, 50 fire positive, it would only take half damage, or 50%, from fire attacks. This will be really important. The same goes for status elements. It basically means if they're more susceptible to a status element, and you have a better chance of poisoning them or putting them to sleep, or they're more resistant and you have less chance of doing so. We also have two other symbols there. First symbol nullifies elemental attacks, and the second symbol absorbs elemental attacks. Which means not only do you not do damage with that element, they'll even get HP back from it. We'll stay away from those. In addition to status elements, characters sometimes undergo other positive and negative changes in battle. These are usually triggered by abilities, and are sometimes represented by the following symbols. So stun, which means you probably don't do anything. Protect increases your physical defense. Shell increases your magical defense. Reflect will reflect magic spells back at the caster. Both good and bad. Regen, you will slowly get HP back over time. Haste, your turn will come up faster. Bravery, you do more physical damage. Faith, you do more magical damage. And KO happens when you run out of HP. There's also strength up and down, magic up and down, accuracy up and down, defense and magic defense up and down, and evasion up and down. So there you go. We'll want the good status elements and try to stay away from the bad ones.
Not done yet.
Libra! Get this one for free. Use physical attacks to create a Prism Unity. Requires a Choco Chick Prism, which we get one for free. So you can see its elemental resistances. It's weak, it's a little weak to ice, but it's a little resistant to wind and earth, and it's a little weak to dark. It's resistant a little bit to sleep and oblivion, and is that slow? But it's a little weak to death and I forgot what that one was. Some of these are new to me, so. But there you go, and you can see it has 148 HP. We've imprisoned it 0 times. A potion and gaucho greens are the things that can drop. So the first thing we need to do is attack it.
There! A Prism-tunity! Use the Imprism command to claim that Mirage for your own. Go on! The Select the Imprism command! You might have to try different things before certain Mirages will let down their guard and to give you a chance to imprison them. Think the outside of the box.
You can't just walk up to Mirages and imprison them. To collect a Mirage, you need to knock it into the Prism Unity state first. Mirages won't let their guard down forever, so don't miss a Prism Unity when it arrives. Sometimes, all you need to create a Prism Unity is a big heavy club, which we just did. Use the physical attack basically. But the brute force approach doesn't always work. Try putting the club down and thinking outside the box. Prism Unity requirements vary from Mirage to Mirage, but Libra can often provide you with a good hint, which it just told us to use physical attacks. But as the game continues, I'm sure they'll become more and more tricky, and we'll have to, like they said, think outside the box. And now we can try to imprison it. Yay!
Now that the Choco Chick is inside the Prism Areum, it's yours to the keep.
All right.
Victory!
And 20 EXP. Level up. And level up. No money. You befriended a new Mirage. A little chocobo that loves to waddle around. These feathery friends love to headbutt things. This is fine though, because a chocobo's eggshell never cracks twice. So it can ram things, and it's okay because the eggshell will act as a helmet. It's adorable. In main habitats, you can figure out where to get another one if you have another prison. And we're just going to use the default Choco Chick. But you can name them as well. So you name friends or, things like that.
I can see the Choco Chick running around in the Prism Areum.
Pretty the neat, huh? Next, why don't you have a go at stacking that Choco Chick on your head? Here, watch, I'll just show you.
Stack.
Oh, now I get it. So when I saw you perched on Lon's head back in Ninewood Hills, that's what you call stacking.
Yep, That's the right. While I'm up to here, I get to take it nice and easy.
Is that stacking or slacking?
When you create a stack, the HP of everyone in the stack gets the added together. Like they say, strength in the numbers.
Oh, so it's like combining into a super robot.
Better
Exactly.
yet, your magic and other abilities have the potential to change too. It all depends on how your stack is configured.
Huh? Oh, I don't need any action figures when I get to blast out super attacks like a super robot.
Well, just be careful. Stacking doesn't make you invincible. Some of the enemy attacks have the power to unstack you.
In other words, bye-bye super robot, so to speak.
Yowzers. That does sound like bad news.
Indeed.
It's true that we are individually the weaker when we're unstacked, but look on the brighter side. Since we each get our own turn in battle, we can use the extra moves to have one member attack and another to heal. It can be very helpful. Depending on the situation, you might even decide to unstack yourselves by choice. Think carefully and choose the best setup for the job.
Should I stack? When you stack with Mirages, the stats, such as HP, of all the stack members are combined. Your abilities may even transform. Stacking with the right buddy can give you access to new and powerful skills and magic. You're always more powerful in a stack than you are fighting apart, but there is one downside. Weaknesses are also shared among the stack, which can get you in trouble. So if everybody is weak to fire, then you can become really weak to fire and take a lot of damage from fire spells. So there are advantages and disadvantages to using the stack option we have. Setting up your stacks. Use the stack setup and not slack setup. Is that stacking or slacking? See, just the little quips like that are gonna bring smiles, a lot of smiles and laughs to me, and I hope it does to you too. To choose which Mirages will fight alongside you, or is it on top of you? Because stack. Good point, tutorial. You should set up stacks for both your forms, Lilican and Giant. That way, you're ready for battle no matter what size you're using to explore. A stack can be up to 3 members high. There is one simple rule. Smaller goes on top of bigger. You can't stack something that's bigger on top of something smaller. They would just fall down, or the Choco Chick wouldn't be able to handle the weight. So, just remember, that's the only rule. Smaller goes on top of bigger. Try it out. You'll get the hang of it in no time. Get wise about Mirage Sizes. Lan, Rian, and their Mirages are assigned sizes. Small, medium, large. In your stacks, large goes on the bottom, medium goes in the middle, small goes on the top. Easy, right? When Rian and Lian are large-sized giants, Mirages will always stack above them. But when the twins are medium-sized Lilican, things get a little more crazy. Suddenly, they can ride on top of large-sized Mirages and put small-sized Mirages on top of their heads at the same time, because large on the bottom and small on top.
By the way, you two can switch between giant size and Lilican size. Depending on your size, you can make different stacks. You aren't allowed to put big things on top of the small things when creating a stack. So, to get on top of a Mirage, you need to be in Lilican form. The best way to learn is to try it once you've rounded up a few more Mirages. You'll pick it up in no time.
There you go. Let's go to the menu. Let's set up the stacks. So, Rian isn't alone. The Choco Chick, as you can see, is small. It has the S by its picture. There we go. It's in this form. There we go. And they are ready to go. In the abilities menu, you can see what all abilities people have. You can also set shortcuts for when you're using the basic style. So you just use the left stick and triangle, circle, square, X. Again, just to help you go through things quickly. Oops, wrong one, sorry. Tip jar. Mirage Data and Libra ability and Prism Mirages. Should I unstack? We didn't get this one. This one was put here. Anyone not in a stack is considered to be unstacked and can take action individually. This can sometimes be very useful. Your party's weaknesses are isolated and damage is spread out while unstacked, which can significantly increase your chances of survival. Here's an example. If a stack is KO'd or poisoned, the whole stack suffers the same fate. But if they're unstacked, only one ally has to take the hit. In other words, it can be easier to recover from debilitating attacks as long as you pick up on the signs and unstack in time. So instead of the entire stack getting hit, only one of the 3 could be hit. Now, the downside of that is, remember, their stats are split up. So if they can't take the hit, for example, then they just start getting knocked out one at a time. So, like I said, there will be advantages and disadvantages to stacking and unstacking. I'm sure we'll be figuring them out as we go along. Setting up your stacks. Get wise about Mirage Sizes. There you go. Strength in numbers and all that. Hi.
A dead end?
But there's nowhere else to go. What are we gonna do?
Never the fear! Look closely. This may appear to be a wall, but it's actually a gimme golem.
Is this a Mirage too?
Not in the traditional sense of the word, but you'll see these pests all over Grimoire. And unless you give them what they want, they'll give you a hard time and block the way.
So what is it they want?
It really depends on the gimme golem. So the first thing you'll have to do is examine it.
Gimme golem. Gimme before I move. Mean golem. What would you like?
Gimme!
You see a luster leaf reflected in its eye.
So where do we find that?
That Choco Chick you just imprisoned ought to be able to track down what we need. But first things the first, you're going to have to unlock the right ability on the Choco Chick's the Mirage Board.
Using Mirage Boards to power up. Each Mirage has its own Mirage Board, a special chart that's packed with new powers and potential. Think of it like a skill tree. Abilities, stat boost, each space on the board holds a new surprise. You can unlock the spaces using the skill points your Mirages earn when they level up. Some spaces on the Mirage board can't be unlocked until you meet special conditions. It says locked, reach level 10 or higher. But with a little work, they're all within reach. Support abilities, Stroll. Mirages that have learned the Stroll ability will appear alongside Rian and Land in the field, so you can explore Grimoire together. If you're accompanied by multiple Mirages with the Stroll ability, you can cycle between them with left and right on the D-pad. Sometimes, strolling Mirages will discover useful items. Try bringing different Mirages to different places. You might be surprised by what they find. Unlock scroll. Well, let's do that. No. I keep pressing options to go to the screen. Okay. So that's interesting. They can find stuff. So the Choco Chick has 3 SP. You can see it's right beside its AP in the upper left. Stroll. Walk alongside Rian and Land in the field. Rian and Land in the field. And maybe find stuff. Can learn Ram. I would like for it to learn Cure. That would be useful. Restore HP. It is the basic healing spell. The Choco Chick fancies itself a white mage. Foxfire and Libra were free. Strength plus, accuracy plus. A little more HP couldn't hurt. It can also know Cure. That'd be useful. Let's get to it. Stroll. We have to go get to Stroll. HP plus, we'll get Cure. And then go to Stroll.
Hey, the Choco Chick's come along for a stroll.
Yay! Oh. Looks like you found something.
It found something.
Good, Choco Chick. What'd you find? Hey, the luster leaf we need.
Yay! You found it! Now, try examining the gimme golem one more at a time.
Pat the Choco Chick on the head.
Gimme, gimme!
Here you go. And now it's happy. And just disappears.
Whoa! It vanished.
That's so cool. I guess the Choco Chick found us just the item we needed.
Yay.
Yep. With the help of a Mirage or the two, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. And Mirage Boards are for much the more than unlocking abilities. You can also use them to change your Mirages into new and the powerful forms. So be sure to keep on the leveling up and working on your Mirage Boards. Pretty soon, you'll be bouncing and the trouncing across Grimoire like a pair of the pros.
Thanks, Choco Chick. Treasure chest. 3 potions. That'll be useful. Potions restore HP. Here, potions restore a small amount of HP. I believe in the demo it was around 500, which is a lot right now.
Tama, I noticed Mirages disappear when we defeat them. Why is that?
Most of the Mirages you see in Grimoire don't actually technically belong in this world. And so, when one of you guys gives them the old KO, they can't maintain their presence here anymore. They fizzle that out and go back to their own worlds.
Huh. Wait. Now, that's weird. Who was it that told me all this before? Ugh. It's like right there on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, just sparked a memory there. There's an enemy over there. Map. Nope. Map. Oh, that's just the way back to the beginning. Thought I found a separate path. Nope. See? Told you. Hadn't got lost. Yet. Before we head to that, which looks like a boss type enemy, let's take the other path to find another treasure chest. Phoenix Down. Another Final Fantasy staple. Phoenix Down will revive KO'd allies and restore a small amount of HP. Just a little bit of HP. But it revives allies from KO. Very useful item.
Now what's this?
This is called a Mercury. Inside, you're likely to find Mirages that are, shall we say...
Mirages? Oh man, let's go catch them.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You shouldn't rush ahead like that. Tama wasn't done speaking. Hi!
This one's not very cute.
Merc-rifts. Scary, but true. Merc-rifts are home to strange, rare, and usually very dangerous mirages. If you want to explore one, make sure you're fully prepared before diving in. Most Merc-rifts will be too tough for you to handle when you first find them. If you do end up getting whomped, come back later, after you've gotten a bit stronger. Though these will hold, it says, strange, rare, and usually very dangerous. The key word there is rare. So while we may want to and Prism the Mirages inside, it may be too difficult when we first find them. I like that. So when we KO, it's not like we're actually knocking them out. They just disappear back to their world. So that's okay.
Mon! Why did you... Now what do we do? I tried to tell you. Inside Mercury's, you're likely to find Mirages that are the strong and dangerous.
You tried to tell us. Try a little harder, please.
Yeesh! Obtained its empty prism. This is a behemoth. Behemoths are usually really strong enemies in Final Fantasy.
This is it!
Libra! And I'm sure it'll be plenty strong at this point. Oh, this one's unimprisonable. That's... it is completely resistant to all status effects. Weak to dark, but we don't know any dark abilities. Attack! Huh. This is gonna go poorly, isn't it? Lan, why? Yeah. Lan, why did you do this? Don't rush ahead.
Not done yet!
We can't even scratch the thing. Well, this was fun. Thanks, Lan, for getting me a game over. Wild Horn.
Ow.
Oh no. Did you two die already?
What? I died? But that's... no way!
Maybe it's true. That Mirage and the Mercury did kinda...
Well, I'm still alive.
Yes. That's because someone intervened. Right at the moment of your demise. And made it so the battle never happened.
Wow,
That's
you
useful.
can really do that?
Of course. Although Tama's the one who does it.
Oh,
That's
thanks, Tama.
right. I have the power to rewind time a little, and then to whisk you to safety. Although, it costs me a life to do it, so I hope you don't mind if I rest for a little the while afterwards.
A life?
You might not believe it, but I've actually got multiple lives. Back there, I had to sacrifice one of those lives to turn back time and to save you. You see, this girl with the ribbon that showed up in my dreams, she's the one who taught me how to do it.
That makes 0 sense and kind of freaks me out, but Tama, I'm impressed.
Thanks! Oh, but just so you know, I can only use my powers to protect the two of you specifically. And only if you lose a fight, like what happened to you in the Mercrift. Oh, yeah! And I can always recover my lives if you stay here and let me rest a spell.
That's useful.
So, don't forget to give me a breather before I run out of second the chances.
Dude, you got it. Say no more. Rest yourself silly.
Yes, sir!
Thanks, Tama. We really owe you one.
For real, thanks,
Especially
Tama.
Lon, who didn't have the good sense to listen before diving in.
Yeah, gotta blame Lon on that one. When the party has fallen, when the entire party is defeated, Tama will whisk everyone back to the safety of Ninewood Hills. There's no penalty, but you'll have to fight your way back to where you were. Be careful though. If you're inside the threshold of a powerful Mirage, Tama won't be able to save you. It's game over.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, if you mean our new guest, she claims to have gotten herself lost. Go say hello. She's quite the character.
Okay.
Sure.
The real
Where'd she
question
go?
is how she got here from the outside world when it's no easy trick.
Oh, that's
She
over
must
by
have
where I
experience
was.
crossing between planes.
I think the stranger that went to North Promenade. But first, let's save. Thanks, Lan. At least I can say the first kind of game over was caused by the game, not me. Plaza 99. And we're still in the Lilykin form.
So, she's over at North Promenade.
She seemed to be in Lilykin form, so we are going to stay in Lilykin form.
Oh,
Because.
wow.
Oh.
She's so tiny. Is she, what's the word again? Lilykin?
Yeah. Hi. Oh, and we're gonna.
Chocobocolina! Oh,
Chocobocolina.
hello, and how are you?
Good. More or less.
You know, what a nice, quiet place.
Oh,
So who are the you?
Oh, you can call me Choco Latte.
It's Chocolate.
I seem to have washed up here like a soggy yellow feather in a storm.
Huh?
I do have this funny knack for winding up in strange places.
That's true.
Cool.
All right. Care to shop? I've got the goods. Choco Chick.
Chocolate Mart. Chocolate has a habit of picking up all sorts of strange items, in more than just this Final Fantasy. Those items can be yours if you're ready to fork over enough of Grimoire's currency, which is known as... Chocolate Mart selection is always improving, so when you visit Ninewood Hills, don't miss the opportunity to stop by and see what's in stock. Some of the usual items, expensive. We don't have much money. Potions, Phoenix Downs. Phoenix Downs are usually way more expensive, and this is the case here as well. Antidotes, remove poison. Remove blindness, eye drops. Remember herbs, removes oblivion. Oh, oblivion may be like you forget to use skills. Pick me up, removes sleep. Smelling slots, removes confusion. Wobble stopper completely stabilizes a wobbling stack. More on that later if you didn't see the demo. Poison Fang sometimes inflicts poison. It is an attack item. Items not only heal status effects and heal your HP, there are also attack items too. Dream Powder sometimes inflicts sleep, sometimes inflicts confusion, blindness, berserk, oblivion, and that's it.
Whoa, slow down! What kind of operation is this?
It's called a shop, dear.
Shop.
You're in luck. I find all kinds of stuff as I bounce from point A to point Q. I'm your Choco connection.
There you go. Return to Grimoire. And not get beaten up by the behemoth.
Hey, are you ready to head back to Grimoire?
Have you visited the twins' room yet? Oh. Looked like it had tutorial information stuff. Oh boy.
Shoulder yourself, Seraphy! I didn't know it was you!
You had it coming. You know, when you awakened, you should have woke me up, too. I don't remember raising you to be such a selfish self-poo.
Well, I don't remember you raising me at all!
Who's this?
Oh, hi. I'm just your adorable local wind pixie, aka Seraphy. My hobbies include gossip mongering and, let's see. Oh, I'm good at hoarding things. Yep.
Hoarding?
Hoarding. Why do you think I'm here? You must have tons of Prism Areums, more than you can handle, right?
Well, we're still working on it.
Uh-huh. You'll have scads of them before long. You're gonna need a place to unload.
Yeah, they are kind of bulky.
Well, who's got you covered? This pixie right here. Enacro made me a special prism case that lets me keep all your Prismariums safe. Just
Neat.
plonk the ones you don't need in and yoink the ones you do need out. All plonking and yoinking must be performed within the confines of Ninewood Hills or from an alternate location with a suitably strong connection. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions may apply.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure I caught every single word, but I guess I agree.
Oh yeah, this Prismarium belongs to one of my tribe. Treat it with the same boundless love and affection you feel for me.
Okay.
Seraphy's kind of a special the case.
I agree. If you don't get the joke, all those terms and conditions at the start of games that you see, and you have to scroll all the way through, it's like the legal agreement, and it's usually pages and pages long. So many pages long. And you just click I agree at the end. So they said terms and conditions may apply. I agree? Thanks. Thanks, game, for poking fun at that. Enacros has entrusted Seraphy with a Prism case that automatically stores all the Prismariums you collect. You can use it to select which Mirages to take with you on your adventures. The Prism case is also where you're permitted to transfig your Mirages. Talk about a handy contraption. Seraphy keeps the Prism case in Ninewood Hills. You can access it by talking to her directly, but the case is also at your disposal in Grimoire. Just select it from the menu at Gates or Save Crystals. Obtained a Seraphone. The Seraphone is a special device you can use to call Seraphy and access your Prism case remotely. Seraphy's not too keen on leaving Ninewood Hills, but thanks to the Seraphone, you can still swap Mirages while out on the go. Just keep in mind that each Seraphone can only be used once, because Seraphy doesn't like to get off her... because your data security is important. Of course. Because she's lazy. Obtained a Sylph Prism Areum. A tiny wind pixie that makes its home in forest and other places of natural beauty. The Sylphs are good friends of Seraphy. In fact, she sometimes meets with them to play cards and gossip. So be sure to treat them with the same boundless affection Seraphy expects you to feel for her. I didn't show this last time, but they have growth ratings. I think this is supposed to show what they're really good at. With 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. So, very low magic, low defense and HP, average strength, really high magic defense and agility. So you can figure out what they're going to be good at. Element resistances. It is a... Hooray! The Baby Hemoth Prism. And there's the Seraphone, which we will save because we can only use it once. We'll have to get more. Seraphone, which we just went over. When the party has fallen, all of that. Let's see, where can we look at the... Also small, so you have to choose between all the different ones we have, who you're going to whisper in. Inflict magical wind damage and restore an equal amount of HP. Oh, that's super useful. Which you're going to use. I'm going to stick with Choco Chick and Tama, because I like the Choco Chick.
Anyway, I think you should be able to manage on your own from here. You mean you're the leaving us? Yes, you handle things now. Oh, okay, either will.
It's cool. I'll lock this place down tighter than a Marlboro's bottle of mouthwash. That's a Seraphy guarantee.
Huh? But where are you going now?
Oh, well, somewhere
What
else,
do you
of course.
mean?
Yeah, that's not exactly very helpful. Look, we really need to ask you so many things.
No, you'll figure it out. I can't do everything for you now.
Everything? But you've barely done anything.
Besides, every world has its own rules. Like water dousing fire, and light banishing darkness.
I think that's just called science.
Well, I designed mine to be so completely unbreakable that even I can't undo them.
Undo what?
The rules.
You're bad at explaining.
You're saying you can't help because that violates the rules of the world or something?
Exactly.
But why is that? I mean, come on. Just who do you think you are?
Me? Oh, well... I'm God.
Just super casual. Yeah, my mouth would just be wide open too.
She's gone.
Dude.
I guess we can't necessarily rule it out, but for somebody calling the cosmic shots, she seems kind of sub-benevolent.
Well, that's Anna Crow for you, so get used to it.
So, she really is God?
Beats me. Anna Crow is Anna Crow, wouldn't you say?
Pretty the much.
Thanks for clearing it up.
Alright. That was just Morgan Freeman style, just super casual. I'm God. Bye. Speeding up conversation. Are you the impatient type? Here's a fun little trick. During cutscenes, you can hold R1 to quickly speed through the conversation. Not good enough for you? Then you can always press options and then triangle to skip the scene altogether. Of course, if you start skipping scenes with abandon, you won't be long before you have zero idea what's going on in the story. But then again, if this is your second trip through Grimoire, you may want to get right down to business. You always got the adventure log to fall back on. Don't worry, I won't be skipping anything unless we've already seen it. AKA I got wiped out and we're going to go fight a boss again. Let's save. Alright, that's going to end this more lengthy episode. After this tutorial, save crystals form naturally in dangerous places through Grimoire. It's just a thing. In addition to restoring your HP and AP, they allow you to save your progress and access the Prism case. Save crystals are places of peace and safety. When you see one, remember to save your progress, because you never know what dangers lie around the next corner. You see a save point, make sure you use it. Like I said, that's going to bring this more lengthy episode to an end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. Until the next episode, where we'll go back to Grimoire and explore some more, not get beaten up by a behemoth, hopefully. I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.